Rend, slaughter, devour your enemies. There is no other way to survive. You cannot escape your hunger, warriors of purgatory.
Hey everybody, we're back with finally more Digital Devil Saga. I was having a bit of trouble going live and I found out the reason why. I was saying Streamlabs OBS was like, oh, we can't connect to Twitch, you could just go live or, try and put the information in again. So I just went live with the information we had last time, which is why this may have popped up for you as a notification that we were going live with Ocarina of Time Randomizer. And just edited it on Twitch, and Twitch itself gave me the reason for the problem. The title I was having for today's stream was not appropriate, apparently. So we have a different title than I wanted today. Hey, Clem. Let me move the chat box. That's probably fine. How you doing, buddy? Okay, we're on this one. At the Maribel base. That's good to hear, Clem. Okay, so we just got to the Maribel base, and we have a challenge. Our intention is to team up with them to go against the Solids, another rival gang, and the leader of the Maribels has challenged us to make our way through their base to prove that we're actually worth teaming up with. So we're gonna go eat people. Attack, shock. I get 2 of those. I'll need to equip them, remember that. How many revival beads? 2. Let's get a few more. I'm okay. My new hat arrived today, so I'm wearing the hat even though you can't see it. Just trying to break it in. Went to brag to Crag about it. Thank you. I'll put a picture on the Discord later if I remember. It's the Nintendo 64 hat that I mentioned in Ali's stream. Because I shaved my head, which I mentioned at some point. And the big concern with that is the hair is short enough now that there's a possibility of actually getting sunburn on my head. And I burn pretty easily. Alright, we've got charge shot. There we go. Everybody got charge shot. Yeah, the difference in power there is worth it. And I think this is the dungeon where we get introduced to fighting as human. No, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's been a while, but if you remember that we're demons. We transform into demons. But we can turn into humans. Sometimes there's an advantage to that. Sometimes we'll be ambushed and won't transform into demons fast enough. No, I understand the YouTube thing. It took a while before I started actually putting videos out of just me. My previous thought was like, I need a group for this to make it worth anything. Yeah, weak to fire. Damn it. I need to check the mantras, I'd forgotten about that. Okay, Bolt Spirit is almost done. Do we have other mantras available? So something probably worth mentioning. I've been debating scrapping the Nocturne playthrough as it currently is. Nocturne's a pain in the ass to get through. I found a ROM hack that's actually pretty interesting. Okay, we're mastered that. So I'm thinking of restarting the game with that ROM hack. It's got a bunch of quality of life features that are really worth it. Something to consider for later. Since we're almost done with Bolt Spirit, it would be worth grinding a little to master it right now. And then we can immediately replace it with something else, so we're not just running around not leveling our mantra. We want those skills. Skills pay the bills. Freeze! Nice, it did actually freeze. Damn it. Well, there goes that advantage. No, not Hell Thrust. Devour. Didn't end it. Damn. Alright, well, throw fire again. Tag this one with nice. Devour again. Devour this one? Devour this one. This one's frightened. Nice. You don't have any hunt. But you can probably end this guy with a quick fire. Nice. Yeah, I felt like we should get back to Digital Devil Saga a bit. Oh, Argila's poisoned. Since we got like 5 days until Star Wars month starts. There we go. Zeo and Void Electric. Worth it. Anybody have this poison? Would that be Patra? No. What cures poison? I forget. Yeah, we're here now, might as well heal it like this. Okay, so Yaksa, Angel. What do they do? They expel and death and expel. Okay. That would get me Mudo, Void Death. Void Death would be worth it. There is one in particular that I do really want, though. With hunt skills, there is a strong possibility that when you eat an enemy, you'll get a stomachache. And it's going to happen sooner or later. And if the battle ends with you having a stomachache, then you don't gain any of the mantra for it. This is force. Heal. Yeah, you know what? It'd be worth it for me to have an extra heal. They're still working on hunt. Save the game. What do you think of today's layout, Clem? Alright, fair enough. You don't think it's distracting? We could always switch back to this if it is. Alright, thanks, Clem. We'll be here when you get back. Alright, where were we? Okay, over here. I remember this place. This place was a maze. Might as well eat some people, though. Hey, Bane. No, essentially what it really means is we don't get to level up skills. The equivalent would be like if you go into a battle in Final Fantasy VII and you're equipped with something that has 0 AP growth, but you've still got materia that needs to grow. I didn't equip. I didn't equip electricity. Yeah, virus is probably a good comparison as well. I'm eat you. Nice. Yeah, pretty much. What are you doing tonight, Bane? Want to actually make some decent progress on this. Okay, do I want health thrust? Let's replace that with Z. We don't have anybody covering electricity at the minute. Aerosol. It can be traded in for marker. Yeah, I know what that's like. Especially since we've kind of dropped the schedule almost entirely. It is pretty tricky to keep track. Terror on Ghoul. Awesome. I'm okay. Kind of wearing this new hat in, but I think it's too tight. Let me try loosening it. Okay. How's that? Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that feels kind of loose. I'll wear it in some other time. Okay. Alright, heal. That's good. Argilla. Probably do with a heal. We went out for like another hour or so. I did save it. I'm debating going to finish it. We did the fire temple. We did the forest temple. We did the fire temple. I don't remember exactly when you left. Okay. But yeah, that was about it. We got another medallion for doing the fire temple. That opened this gate? No, I want to go back. I want to fully explore the area. I feel like after a certain point it became kind of meh. It's probably because of the length of it, more than anything. I think the Links of the Past randomizer would have been a better idea. Like I say, we might go back and finish it at some point, I don't know. Okay, so I got the map. At the minute, for the rest of this week, though, I want to try and get a little more progress in the stuff that we're actually playing. Yeah, that is a concern. Alright, these guys... Are they weak to Zeo? No. Weak to fire. Getting eaten. Alright. There we go. I'm not sure about concentrating on a specific single game. If we really knuckle down on Spider-Man, we might be able to finish it, but it's worth noting Spider-Man is actually a pretty long game. This is approximately 25 hours. So we can see how that goes. But I'm not sure, really. Play it by ear, I guess. I said earlier, I'm thinking about... Yeah, maybe. Spider-Man's a game we could just jump into at any time. Not like I'll lose where I'm going on that. I'm thinking about scrapping Nocturne for the moment. And coming back at it at a later point. Particularly with how long it is and with how many RPGs we've got going at the minute. Which was a stupid idea and I shouldn't have done it. But then eventually restarting it with... Ah, shit, I'm frozen. Eventually restarting it with a ROM hack that I found that's actually pretty interesting. Doesn't change up the story or really the gameplay. I took like 2 steps, come on. Ah, shit. It has a bunch of really good quality of life features. Radula. Ah, crap. There we go. I'll describe one of the quality of life features for you right now. We head into Mantra, and we can see everything we'll learn from this mantra. In Nocturne, you can't see everything you'll learn from either a particular Magatama or what any demon will learn. You can't see everything. All you'll see is the next skill it'll learn. One of the best quality of life features this hack does is it shows you everything. Which really helps in deciding what's worth going for. What demons are worth keeping instead of fusing them for something else. So I'm thinking about scrapping it and going back to it at a later point with that ROM hack. I did my time with Nocturne once. That's just one of the quality of life improvements. It's not really that it makes the game easier. I should have healed. I meant to heal. It's not particularly that it makes the game easier. It just makes it less bullshit. Kind of brings it in line with how some of the later Shin Megami Tensei games have been anyway. It's like if you play something like Shin Megami Tensei 4 on 3DS, it's a damn good game, and it's got so many quality of life improvements over something like Nocturne. But make no mistake, it's still hard, it'll still kick your teeth through your ass. But it's less bullshit about it. Yeah. Honestly, if I had any way of actually streaming 3DS footage, I would totally do Shin Megami Tensei 4. It's a fantastic game. No, that's not going to be worth it. It was one of the games that I really wanted when I got a 3DS, and I don't regret buying it and playing all the way through it. It was a long game. It was probably over 50 hours. I'd have to check my save file, see how long that was. But I really enjoyed it. And it helps that compared to something like Nocturne or Strange Journey on DS, it really cut down on the bullshit. And the ability to save whenever you wanted was a really good idea. Crossfire! Basically sacrifice a turn for this. Worth noting though that some enemies are just weak to gun, so being human isn't a bad idea. Damn. SMT4 was great. It's kind of a shame that I didn't enjoy SMT4 Apocalypse anywhere near as much. Still not dead? Really? You didn't get hit with Earth, did you? You mean the Oddworld one. I did see a comment. 2 endings instead of the 3 that I thought it had. This poison. Throw a ration down. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have the patience for a full playthrough of Oddworld. Not Abe's Odyssey, at least. Although, based on what you've said about New and Tasty, I might get around to streaming that at some point. You said it was a lot less bullshit. Or something along those lines. Okay. This one. Medea and Poison Moody. Akedie is definitely something I want. Akedie specifically removes stomachache. But it's 10,000 to get and I don't have that much. The one-hit deaths wouldn't bother me so much if it wasn't for the really poor checkpoint placements. I think that's one of the biggest problems. That can wait. Alright, let's go with ice then. Like, it really is about the checkpoint placements. How many shots can you take from a Slig. Do you load from those quick saves? I'm gonna eat you. Alright. Okay. They're almost done with Devourer, so getting them to... Getting them to learn Devour will be very helpful. I say, if I do make a full playthrough, it probably will be new and tasty. You have kind of sold me on it. It's gone into the backlog of shit that I want to get through, though. So you know how that is. We're not even playing anything new at the minute, we're playing shit I've done before. But it's fun stuff and I like it. I'm always ready to talk about Shin Megami Tensei. Like, you have Shadow Hearts on the PS2, I have Shin Megami Tensei. Although, in all fairness, I didn't really discover Shin Megami Tensei until the DS. But, again, in fairness, I had a DS before I had a PS2, so... and Bufu again. Oh, come on, Heat. Yeah, I intend to get a bunch done today. We started a little earlier. Not as early as I intended, but really, that is actually interesting. Because I've never played Exodus. My thought has always been I should finish Odyssey first, but I'm never going to finish Odyssey. There we go, Devour. Set. I guess I don't need to put that on yet. But let's replace Venom Claw with Devour. And burn that one. Well, we align ourselves to certain series, I think, specifically because they're what we were fortunate enough to have at specific points. Like Skies of Arcadia. I'm really into Skies of Arcadia largely because I had it on GameCube, and it was the only RPG I had on GameCube at the time that I liked. Because every other RPG I had on GameCube was card-based, and I've never been into a card-based battle system for RPGs. I've got Lost Kingdoms too, as a kid. And I try to get into it, but I'm not into the card-based battle systems. Final Fantasy, of course. Oh, what other series were there for me? I had Breath of Fire 4 as a kid, but I never really played it. It's probably Final Fantasy and then Skies of Arcadia. We did have a few RPGs for PS1. Well, we had Breath of Fire 4, but I never really got that far in it. We had Sonic 2 Eternal Punishment, which I never played as a kid because the box art creeped me out. It's just something about the Kazuma Kaneko artwork. I like it now as a kid, and the cover of Persona 2 Eternal Punishment creeped me out. Suikoden 1, I remember playing a little bit of that and I didn't think much of it as a kid. I didn't have any Game Boy Advance RPGs at the time. I guess it wasn't until the DS where I started getting more. The DS is where I discovered Shin Megami Tensei. DS is where I discovered Chrono Trigger. Fire Emblem I discovered on DS, yeah, with Shadow Dragon. Fire Emblem was pretty decent. I need to, because at this point I just want to sit down and play Three Houses now that I've got it. And Legend of Dragoon is forever on the backlog. I was talking about it with Teak a while ago, the Fire Emblem series. I think with the more recent games, giving you the option to turn off permadeath, it's really been a good idea. Because you get people who cry like, oh, that's not how the game's meant to be played. But the simple fact is, if you were playing Fire Emblem and a character died, chances are you then quit the game and restarted that entire fight. Turning permadeath off just cuts out the middleman. Makes it way less tedious. Oh, Legend of Dragoon is a very grindy game. Permadeath, I think it depends on the game. XCOM, I really enjoy, and permadeath is an important part of that, I think. But XCOM is also not an extended story-based thing. In Fire Emblem, character dies, then they're gone. And then you don't get those characters for the rest of the game. And you can also end up screwed in later fights. You can get so far and find you're fucked. Which I don't like as an idea. XCOM's design is specifically based around repeated runs. Just go through it again and again and again and again and again. That's just how it goes. I'm gonna eat this guy. it's specific to its design. Fire Emblem doesn't have that. Alright, let's do this now. They ran away. Jeez. The original Dreamcast version of Skies of Arcadia had that problem, but it also coupled it with a very high encounter rate. It's something that Legends really worked to fix, but some people still consider Legends' encounter rate to be too high. But they balanced out the XP rewards to cut down on having to grind for it. There's just something about playing a classic RPG from around this time period. The design's just completely different from the stuff we're used to now. Now, there's a save point over there, I'm going to make use of it just in case. Like, even games that are deliberately designed to be old school don't feel old school most of the time. That's not too bad then. Suggests a short game, but if you say it's stingy on XP, chances are leveling is slow. Could be reasonable. But yeah, Legend of Dragoon is on the backlog, specifically based on your recommendation. I suppose the biggest thing that makes me nervous about starting it is the fact that it's 4 discs. Alright. Gate number 2, but there's a set of stairs that I haven't gone up. Eat you. Nice. And then Agi you. Yeah, maybe the design of this just takes me back to a simpler period. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sweet, 6 skills. Like I say, even with RPGs that are designed to evoke an older period, more often than not, they just don't feel like the older period. They can look the part, they can try and sound the part, but they just won't. I don't know what it is. It might be specific game design. I'm not sure. There's a feel to them. Maybe it's the speed of them. A lot of older RPGs tend to feel slower. Like, Skies of Arcadia was a game that was in no hurry. Same's true of this. Oh, well. Throw a Terror down. And attack this dude. And then throw an Agi down. And then auto while I take a drink. Okay, so Argilla's got new set. Put Devour on her. Not giving her physical attacks because she just isn't going to make much use out of them. 7 versus 2 13s. Magic's better though, so Devour is all she'll really need. Treasure chest. Let's take a look at these cells. I don't know what they actually are. Specific junk. Right, it's the noise that I was thinking of. Like, what was the most recent RPG you played, Ben? I don't mean like the RPG you played last, like the most recently made RPG you played. Primal Dance. What does that do? That's fair enough, of course it would be. I guess I just wasn't thinking when I asked that. Like, you know what I mean though when I say RPGs these days just feel completely different to RPGs from back then. Like Persona 5, probably deliberately by design, feels very different from 3 and 4. And that's not a bad thing, but, you know, sometimes you do just want something a little more old school. Okay, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna hit you. There we go. Good work, Argilla. So all pretty recent games. Wild card. Never mind. Alright. Oh, that'll work. Really is going to be one of the biggest shames about the lack of a dedicated handheld going forward. The lack of that specific design of game made for handhelds. Now, I am not going to be getting rid of my 3DS or Vita specifically because of that kind of thing. Handheld design can be really good. That's another door. I've got an idea. And then we can just kill the last two. One turn victory. The goal of any encounter. Quick noise. I can understand that. Plus the fact that, you know, to legally play Crisis Core you have to have a PSP. Because it's not available digitally. There was a rumor I saw that sounded really sketchy I saw it recently. It sounded really sketchy. That Square is planning a compilation re-release of Final Fantasy VII specifically for Switch. That would include Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, and a translated Before Crisis. I haven't bought a system for one game in years. Oh yeah, I'd totally pick it up if they put these games out on modern systems. The thing that makes it feel really sketchy, though, is specifically the idea that they would localize Before Crisis. Because not only would they have to localize it, they'd have to pretty much remake it. It was a mobile game for a mobile platform that doesn't exist anymore. You couldn't just emulate that kind of thing. God damn it. Welcome back, Clem. Yeah, no, I understand Crisis Core. It's a good game, anyway. There we go, 6 skills. Free Android. So Square can't just port it from mobile like they do with a lot of the shit more recently. I want to rearrange this. I don't like Void Ice being there. And like, that's the bit that gets me most of all, the idea that Square would redo Before Crisis. Classy! Only the most quality content. Okay, third time just isn't funny anymore. Oh yeah, slime. Not specifically a slime, it's a blob. Kinda surprised it wasn't. Especially with how important it feels to Crisis Core's story. Right, Argilla has learned stuff. I'm gonna give her Zan then. That's good. Like, Crisis Core in the West feels like an incomplete release as a result. Hello. Alright, Chunky. That was underwhelming. Right, so this was optional for an item. Frigid Shot. Ice Bullet. How does it compare? 24, 32? Yes, please. Gate 4. Alright. Well, Crisis Core is a good game. I do enjoy it. But, like, maybe the better idea would have been to incorporate elements, at least story elements of Before Crisis into Crisis Core. But it's probably not worth going too into it because I don't think Klim has played it. There was a save point near the gate. I can use that to change Argilla's mantra. Now, there are specific things that you really want to see yourself, Klim. Whether you play it or whether you end up watching it for the first time when I eventually get to it, or watch another playthrough yourself, Cissnei is one of my biggest complaints. She just disappears from the story. And it's explained in Before Crisis. I don't like that. Right? But yeah, whether you end up playing it yourself, Klim, through some kind of emulation, or watch somebody play it, like, it's worth experiencing it as a whole rather than just hearing about it. Have I learned ice? Wait, shit, no, I want to save. Lazy Sunday night RPGs. We're just eating people. It's all good. Gate 2. Hello. That is a fair point. They're probably going to retcon the entire evacuation of Midgar. Sweet. And terror. Then I'm gonna throw a devour on you. Wasn't even about killing it, it was about doing the extra damage while it's frightened. How the turntables. This is how we do it. Okay, I'm gonna go in this door. There's a blue wall. What's this door? This is probably going to be a dead end, so we'll take out the blue wall on the way back. Good for you, boosting both attack and magic attack, because you ain't going to get another turn. Yum yum. That was a critical and it only did like 1 damage. I guess you can't eat frozen food. Finish it. There we go. Aji. Not a weakness. Throw down another terror then. Great. The only one that it missed was the one who can't do that much against it. What a dick. Casually sliding out of the way. Level up! Why am I glad I recovered MP? $7, 64. How close is he to leveling up? 451. Alright. Justifies the use of a chakra drop. You mean the character designs or the character's demon designs? Oh, this actually goes for longer than I expected. Yeah, the demon design in Shin Megami Tensei is really good. I'd argue the actual character design in this game is kind of bland, but he's deliberately so. It's all in service of building a world. So it's fine. The actual character and the actual character demon designs and demon designs are really good. It's got that particular kind of weird creativity that can either be really off-putting or very appealing. Like, you look at Surf and the way his blades come out of his arms is really weird. The design of Heat's two heads is really weird. And of course, Argilla having mouths with teeth on her breasts is also unusual. Design that can be either really off-putting or really evocative, and really help him demonstrating just how fucked up the world is. Alright, so this was mandatory. Cool. You didn't notice the teeth boobs? To be fair, I've seen weirder, nastier shit come out of Japan. Like, if you've ever watched Wicked City, like, Wicked City is nasty. Right, I can get him. There we go. I guess you could say that, Bane. Mabufu. Anything actually worth? Oh, we have an open space anyway. Alright. Awesome. That's what we were looking for, that weakness. And then throw down another Zeo. And then Devour. Nice. See what Zan does. Absorbs. It was at full health anyway, so that's not too bad. That is a pretty recurring design in Shin Megami Tensei, because Shin Megami Tensei tends to reuse its demons a lot. You've probably seen it as a persona at some point. Nadochi, I think it is. I might be wrong. Oh, so how you doing, Ninja? Ha. Yeah, I think it's Nadochi. Nozuchi, alright. I'm alright. I'm glad to be back at something that we were actually playing through. Messed around with the Ocarina randomizer and some of the one-off stuff was fun and everything. But actually making progress in something we're supposed to be doing is good. I'm glad we're back at it. Nice. That's a dead end. Get it on the map. And get this item. Great chakra, that'll probably come in handy later. Hmm. God damn it, heat. Alright, try that again. And then extra turn. Nice. Wouldn't have been so bad if Heat hadn't missed. He's a damn fool. God damn it. Oh, Crag's playing Nocturne. If we finish streaming for Crag, I'll have to go and take a look at that. So that's what it meant earlier by an Atlas surprise. Okay, as you. Terra you. I guess he would have spelled Atlas different if he meant the Greek dude. I was actually talking with Crag about wanting to stream Nocturne a while back while he was playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I was really in the mood to do it and mentioned it to him. He was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll do it. And now he's doing it. It's like fair play to him. I hope he has a good time. Wonder if he's going to finish it, because he is doing... he did start Trials of Mana. And Bufu. Sweet. And then finish it off with a Terror. Awesome. I need to get to a save point, set up new mantras. Okay. There's the start. At some point we circle back round to get back to that save point. It ain't gonna be for a while looking at this. They all ran off again. Little bitches. Okay, I'm attack the cockatrice. You attack the ghoul. And the ghoul. And attack the cockatrice again. And the ghoul. And the ghoul. And I'll just hit it till it dies. Alright, 2 out of 3 mastered. That's a fair point. I'm not using Void Ice at the minute. Ice Boost would probably be a good idea. You just got Mirage here. And we can put Fire Boost on him. Replace Hell Rush. That sounds good. Save point, get some fresh mantras. Hope I have enough money for them. 10,000, I can work this. Maybe Zio, it'd be worth putting Agi on because Agi is proving to be pretty useful in this dungeon. Good idea for everybody to know healing. And Argilla hasn't quite mastered Ice Spirit yet. But she's almost mastered Ice Spirit, so we're going to run around and get into probably like one battle and have her eat somebody. See how this goes. Oh, that one's frightened. That'll probably do it. And a critical. It's good timing. That should do it for her. There it is, Master. That's right, I know what I'm doing. I mean, when it comes to actually doing stats, I kind of don't. Now let's throw some items on people. And a chakra drop. Good as new. Kind of. Nah, but seriously though, the leveling up skills and stuff, no, I can figure all that out. It's simple enough. Working stat allocation always makes me nervous. Leave that for the minute. Like Charm would probably be worth it, actually. Torunda is under Expel? That's weird. Yeah, why not? Let's have her learn Matera. I should keep her busy for a while at least. Maybe I'll do some off-screen grinding at some point to get some more of these skills. Who knows? This game's probably going to require grinding at some point. Eh. My Zeo will hit 2 of them. But it shocked the one in the centre, which gives us critical chance. That's all good. I'm gonna hit this one with Bufu. Right, Zeo. I just hit the damn thing. There we go. Presence behind the door. Is there actually anybody, or are they going to run away again? Oh no, not birds with swords. Would you look at that? It looks like birds with swords are weak to guns. Of course, that does leave you with the problem of... While some enemies will be weak to guns, in general, guns don't tend to be as powerful as demon forms. And while in human form, we are weaker. Plus, some of the weapons just aren't great. Like the handgun. Great. The grenade, not so much. The rifle, not as bad as the grenade. I'm gonna shoot you now. That wasn't too bad. We still ate them though. Bring your whole damn base. Maybe you can actually put up a fight. Alright, onwards. Not really a threat. Anyway. So at our current level, healing should cost us... Actually, shit, I just realised the game volume is still set for Nintendo 64. There we go. Sorry if the game audio has been too quiet. Last thing we did was Ocarina, and Nintendo 64 is really loud for some reason. I forgot to set it back. Anything in here? No, we turned it down for Ocarina, because like I say, for some reason Nintendo 64 is really loud. Yeah, I tried to get a good audio balance. So you can hear my voice, but you can also hear the game. And Digital Devil Saga has a pretty solid atmosphere, so it's worth hearing. It's worth finding out if this thing shields against Earth. Let's find out now. It does not. Okay, sweet. We have a solution. Reduce MP costs. And expedite things. Been here for a while. Like, so far today's entire stream has been in this dungeon. We've just hit like an hour and a half. Modern day RPGs would not do this. Oh, that works. Yeah, we might live here soon. Ah, shit. Like, the longest I can think of being in a dungeon in more recent RPGs is probably like an hour, if that. Well, you better be if that's what you think, Ninja, you better be working those thighs. One and two, and one and two, and one and two. What was that? Yes, Hans, buns and dies. There's a specific episode of The Simpsons where people are counting down something and it's cut in between several different things, and one of the things it's cut in between is Sideshow Bob doing exercises. And I can't remember what the actual circumstance of it is. Awesome. Actually, hit you. Because that's critical and that's another turn. And turn and flex. What's the countdown then? What am I thinking of? Because there wouldn't have been a sequence splitting between several characters in the Cape Fear bit. In the Cape Fear episode. Because I remember that episode. I remember almost all of that episode. It's a fantastic episode. It's like one of the best. I mean, hell, if we talk about a Sideshow Bob episode, that's the episode we talk about. Either that one or the first first appearance of his brother Cecil, because that is also great. They kind of pushed it a little further years later. There was an episode where their father turned up and he was played by the guy who played the dad in Frasier. But this was past the point where Simpsons stopped being good, so I never saw the full episode. Yeah, I never remember the dad's name. That's what it is. It's not Sideshow Bob doing the exercise. It's Mr. Burns. You're totally right, Bane. 1, hey, yeah. 2, hey, yeah. No, I remember the name of the character, Martin Crane. I don't remember the name of the actor. Now that you've said that, Ben, I have the exact scene in my head, and it's like, 1, hi, yeah, and you're drawing a bow for some reason. 2, hi, yeah. It's great stuff. Shit. Oh, god damn it. That's probably like the best we're gonna go back to status quo Simpsons ever did. Like, they could have ended it of the whole, when Mr. Burns agrees to get Homer back in shape. But the fact they went just a little bit longer to show, yeah, no, it's going to be low effort, was great. Right, I can't do the Mazio because Argilla is not in demon form. Press any key to continue. You know, that might not be a bad idea. Oh, for fuck's sake. While the current situation is going on, maybe get together at some point as a group and watch some classic Simpsons episodes. The trouble with that is, like, are you guys going to have access to those Simpsons episodes? Well, that could be fun. Oh, hello. You've got Disney Plus. I'm so sorry, Bane. I considered it, I don't think it's worth it. Aren't Disney really making a push on not letting people do the Netflix thing? Shit, Argilla isn't back in combat and we can't run. How does what work, Ninja? There we go. I mean, Disney try to prevent people from sharing Disney Plus accounts. Oh, it's same way with the thing of, yeah, somebody I know has Netflix, so I have Netflix. You share your passwords and stuff. At one point, it was a selling point, I think, of Netflix. I think Netflix has tried to cut down on it. There's been threats of stuff like you'll get banned if they catch you and they're checking the IPs to see where you're accessing it. Damn it. It's really stupid. It's not even just charge a reasonable price, it's give us other options as well. It's the big problem with the idea of everyone having their own streaming service. Except they don't have Netflix, that's the big problem. It's like, okay, so they've got The Simpsons on there. They don't have all of The Simpsons. Okay, so you've immediately lost one selling point. We've got all of Star Wars, except they don't have all of Star Wars. They don't even have the last movie. And then combine that with, like, I really just feel like they're holding the final season of Clone Wars at ransom. This is gonna get nasty. That worked out. Nice. Oh shit. Well, Heat's dead. I remember in Shin Megami Tensei 4, more often than not, after a certain point, when I would die, it would either be because of boss battles, or because I got ambushed. Like this. A battle would happen, it would end, and then reinforcements would immediately arrive multiple times, and they'd have the immediate advantage. Oh, damn it. Well, that's really it, isn't it? They know people want to watch The Mandalorian. They know people want to watch Season 7 of the Clone Wars. Season 7 of the Clone Wars is the thing I'm really irritated about. Like, particularly that they cancelled the Clone Wars when they picked up... There we go, that's what I'm after. When they picked up Lucasfilm. And let's be fair, whether you like Rebels or not, it's not as good. And now they're like, oh, we have a streaming service now where the final season of Clone Wars is going to be aired exclusively. And then they pull the bullshit of... Okay, so it's a streaming service. How are they releasing these episodes week by week? That seems to be what Disney's pushing for. Yeah, so it's not ice, it's not fire. And that seems to be what Disney's pushing for, owning enough that you really have no choice but to go to them. And specifically in a place where they choose how you get the content. Like The Mandalorian being exclusive to Disney Plus, yeah, whatever. But then the fact that it was released one episode a week on a streaming service. Like, that feels bullshit. Oh, shit. Yeah, the lack of a home release is another thing. Chances are home releases are just going to stop from Disney. It wouldn't surprise me if eventually they just don't do home releases of this stuff. I mean, when it comes down to it, you can pick up a DVD anywhere for any price. But if you can only get something specifically through Disney, then things change. It's essentially the whole argument with digital video games, just with TV and movies. Alright, so what we want is terror. And the way all of this works is they think they're being really clever with this whole system. It's really going to lead to dissatisfied customers, and what happens when your customers are dissatisfied with this shit? They go back to piracy. Because it's just easier. It's easier, it's cheaper, you're not tying yourself to some of this shit. And people will be happier for it. It's just the market state we're entering again. Oh, sweet. It's locked. Okay, so you're weak to electricity, right? Guess not. Transform. Transform. Just hit it. It's not like I'm advocating piracy with this stuff, but it's the position they're putting themselves in. In their desperate scramble for money. That's the wrong button. Okay. In their desperate scramble for money, they're really gonna just end up alienating people. And like, I suppose in the end, Disney doesn't have enough to compete with Netflix. Like, when it comes down to it, it's like, why would I pick up Disney Plus? It would be specifically for the Star Wars stuff that can't be obtained anywhere else. Which at this point is 2 shows. So what's the smart thing for me to do? Wait for these shows to be done, and then just pick up the 7-day trial, and then quit. I think that's specifically why they're releasing these shows week by week, rather than all at once. Yeah, no, that's not bad. Oh, Angela's nowhere near done. Alright. Not even halfway, that makes things easier for me. But when it comes down to it, like, I barely use Netflix as it is. I'm not signing up to another streaming service for 2 shows. Plus, it also bothers me just how much Disney is deliberately holding behind the streaming service. All these Marvel shows they've promised. Wrong button. There we go. All these Marvel shows they promised, coming exclusively to the streaming service. Which is amusing to me because they kind of left that too late. I'm done with Marvel, and I assume that there's going to be a significant portion of people who are also done with Marvel. Now that Endgame's done. Because I've said it before, and I'll say it again multiple times. I think the best stories are the ones that have endings. And if you're gonna stop watching Marvel movies at any point because you want the ending, then Endgame's probably gonna be the best point they'll have for years. I can understand that. What did I watch? Last thing I watched The Last Stand, which was the first Schwarzenegger movie he made after leaving politics. It was alright. I started watching The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina a few weeks back, and I've not been back to it. Okay, so Ginana will be behind there. Like, as much as I love Star Wars, you ain't getting me into a streaming service like that. It's like, Bane, you said you'd gone halves with your sister on that? My dad suggested to me that we go halves on it. And I was like, I kinda don't really care. There's also the thing, you keep seeing them talking about the yearly price. Can you actually subscribe just for a month? Or does it have to be the year?
name is Bat. Remember it. It will be carved into your corpse.
Alright, bitch, come on.
Dying for a snack. Come here.
His name is Bat and he transformed into a bat demon. How fortunate that he wasn't called Testicles. God damn it. Don't. God damn it. Okay, trick is always find the weakness. It isn't that. Well, it's difficult to die to Bat, honestly. He's not a very tough fight. He's just tricky. He has some tricks. Also, welcome to the streams, Theo. The Sal, you know. I need to get this text bigger so I can actually see it. The Sile. The Sile. The Sile. Maybe I just need glasses. Welcome to the stream though, buddy. You are right, he is annoying. Okay, good. Zio. Yeah. Throw a ration of surf. Yes, this is Maribel territory. Alright, here's the trick. Rage gives him 2 half turns. And then the guard. There's a thing with the guard. I don't remember exactly what it was. Shield. 1. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember what the trick is to this. It's void. Damn it, I just remembered it's void. I don't have any of the void skills on at the minute. Shit. Oh, I have void fire. No, that's fair enough. Really? You couldn't just do fire again? Alright, so the names are just easier to read if I look through the chat bot. Okay. Veer on heat. Do void fire again. Catch him when he does that. What? He's currently open. You're gonna leave yourself wide open like that, I'm just gonna keep smacking you in the face. Alright. Not a bad time to heal then. And then throw down another void fire just in case. There we go. Guess what that means? Bitch. Alright, we'll probably still be here when you get back, Clem. You take care, buddy. Yeah, do that again. And void fire, and that counts the entire turn. Damn it. And void fire again. Good news is we have enough with this that we shouldn't have to restart this fight. There we go. Could have done better there, Bat Boy. Change your weakness. I thought that was going to be part of the trick. Oh, god damn it. On. Yes. Okay, so Medea again. Actually cast its surf. God damn it. The smart thing to do now would be pass, I guess. Count the half turn and then pull off Medea. There we go. I'm giving everybody the capability to heal just to be safe. But not making Surf specifically the healer. Oh, that's fun. Damn it, Surf. Fire. I guess just smack him in the face. And dodge on it. Transform, come on. Alright, that worked at least. Alright. Thankfully it's half turn so he doesn't get a bonus out of that. Transform. Pass. Idea. I don't like you. Really don't. Well, it's better than what it could have been. Damn. And then he guards. Everybody heals. Alright. Yeah, throw down the void fire this time, and Argilla just hits him. He's gonna die sooner or later. Okay, take the Medea. Throw down Mad Rush. This is kind of dull for me. I apologize for how dull it must be for you guys. There we go. Finally. This guy just isn't a fun fight. I appreciate that, Ninja. Eat him.
Don't stop me. This is the new law. We must devour those weaker than us.
Heat.
Yeah, finally, but you know,
Why do you
like
not
they
feel
don't
bad?
know in the
According
chat,
to the new commandment, your ally
but
is
we know,
correct.
Sile, what the problem is
Why?
with that fight.
I don't want to. I don't like needless killing.
Your name. Tell me.
Argilla.
Argilla. I accept your tribe's proposal. The Maribel will ally themselves with the Embryon.
Yay. We should have let Heat eat him.
Shinana, you can't trust them. If I had more power...
I am the one in charge here. Go tend to your wounds.
We thank you, Janana.
Thank you. Such beautiful words.
Are they though?
Follow me.
Anyway.
That is the solid citadel. That is why even the brutes cannot overtake them.
Because they can't get inside.
So that's why they can focus on attacking your tribe.
All you gotta do is kill the boss.
They have the best fortification.
Mick the Slug is very careful. He never sets foot on the battlefield.
That's no good. What do we do?
The Maribel will create a diversion. While we distract the solids, sneak in and kill Mick.
Makes sense, you've got the numbers, we have the strike team. Right. It's good work there, Heat. Because of course, why would we join forces? It's unprecedented. Alright, we're all good. That's a big gun. We're just gonna walk in. It's fine. $500, you say? Straight from one dungeon into another. Alright. Go. Remember rightly, this place is full of traps. I might be thinking of a different dungeon there. Nah. Alright. More barracks. More looting. That might be useful later. Yeah, that'll probably be useful. Okay, and through the door. Yeah, might as well check all the rooms. Jackal drop. Still warm, you say? Then again, what is the temperature on the junkyard? That'll probably be useful soonish. Okay. Wind and bolt. In fact, let me take a look. We have like fire, ice, and electric. Put that there. All you've got is fire. Place that. Alright, see how that goes. Hopefully that'll work out for me. Boy, I hate being silenced. Save point. It's weird when you come across somewhere like this that's just totally empty. No random battles or anything. Makes you think they're building up to something. Let's go. What gave it away that we're not the Maribel? Is it that we're the Embryon? And you just said that. Not the brightest group. Then I guess you don't hire bodies for their intelligence. Right, what is power weak to? Archangel? I thought this was power. What am I thinking of? Different angel type, I guess. Okay, so definitely not Earth. Alright, I guess I'll just hit you then. And then... If there's one thing I do like about this game... Shit. It's the... Expel skills aren't instant death. You just heal up. It gets incredibly frustrating in some of the Shin Megami Tensei games when some genius hits you with something like Hammer or Mudo and then bam! Oh, they killed your main character, game over. Good work. Give that to heat. Fire. And Zan. There we go. Okay, it's not so bad. Surf is still silenced. Really hate it when the status effects carry over outside of battle. You know, I'm sure this place has traps. I remember going through this room at least several times. Oh, that was a bad idea. I put Void Ice, didn't I? Yep. Alright. Just from these two fights, you can really feel how much tougher the solids are than the Maribel. And they're really pulling me apart. God damn it. That wasn't worth the MP cost. How you guys doing? You doing okay? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Get him. I think we can all agree that went poorly. So, I guess... heal... also set Void Electric. You guys enjoying this game though? Because like, if you guys aren't into it, I can play something else. Save the game. Don't have to worry about dying after that crap. No, I'm still pretty good with it. Fights like that can be really disheartening, but I'm still good with it at the minute. I do enjoy this game. I think the main thing is you have to go into it knowing what you're getting. What you're getting is not that much story. Oh, that's good to hear, Bane. Well, we started Digital Devil Saga a while ago, and then didn't play it for a while. So that probably doesn't help. If you want to ask any questions though, Ninja, I will answer them as best I can. Without throwing spoilers down. Okay. Damn it. So far I've hit nothing. There we go. Felt like I'm just not managing to find anything's weakness. Okay. Really? I want to keep doing this. Fucking birds. Okay, eat that one. Just get it off the field. Don't miss this time. There we go. Oh, the press turn system can be a right bitch sometimes. Nice, bonus strength stat. Yeah, that's a yellow wall. Or is that green? That's yellow. Alright. Yeah, if there's anything you want to know, Ninja, let me know. I'll see what I can answer for you. Because it's not an overly confusing game. That works out. Okay, one down. We are the leader of a group called the Embryon. The Embryon is one of 6 gangs, or tribes, one of 6 tribes, which are basically gangs that live in this world that's called the Junkyard. our goal is to kill the leaders of every other tribe. And by doing that, we will be able to attain the goal. The goal of the entire thing, of the entire setting, is to kill and either assimilate or destroy the other tribes. By doing that, we are allowed to ascend to Nirvana through the temple in the center of the world. During a battle with the Vanguards, an object appeared, which when opened hit everybody with beams of light. And those beams of light essentially have given us the ability to turn into demons, and now we have to eat people to survive. To survive and grow stronger. Yakuza with some kind of philosophy, yeah. You know, Berserk isn't actually a bad comparison. There's also the thing that is a little understated, but after we were all given the ability to turn to demons, some of us awakened to what is basically emotion. That's some good work there, Clem. You've missed very little. Yeah, Jill has mastered her mantra. There's another wall. We can open this wall though. There we go. But yeah, some of us will awaken to emotions in stressful situations. And in particular, that is denoted by coloured eyes. If they haven't awakened to emotion, they have grey eyes. If they have, their eyes are generally the same colour as their hair. Hair colour seems to be kind of important. Specifically with the girl who was found in the centre of the item that transformed us all into demons being black-haired, and that being a very unique thing. Like, the main character we play as, Surf, has white hair, Pete has red, Argilla has pink, Gale has green, Cielo has blue. But nobody has black. Nobody except the girl who was found in the item. It's mute. That's gonna be a problem. I only have one more of those. Yep. The face tattoo is actually the marking. Every character has received one. It's the marking that denotes the demon we transform into. Oh, this is empty. And not everybody has them on the face. No, it's not just a weird tattoo. That bat guy, he had a weird face tattoo. Trick floors. I remember this. I don't know if we'll ever have a cutscene that'll highlight them again, but huh. Oh, that didn't work. I think Heat's is on his arm. Argilla's, I think, is on her leg. Shit. The convenient thing is everywhere that someone has received a marking is visible. Like, specifically visible with what they're wearing. Not everybody wears the same thing. Actually, Argilla wears pants and a long... Does Argilla wear a skirt? I can't remember. Is hers on her leg? Hmm. Really didn't need that. Still don't have a good way of actually dealing with these guys. Alright. Last dismute that I've got. And heal everybody. God damn it. Well, that felt wonderful. Maybe death skills or something I should learn. These guys know void death for a reason. Ah, fucking fuck. There's a save point right in front of me. now we're getting somewhere. That's really not helpful. That is less helpful. Great, everybody's muted and I have no way of removing it now. Ah, damn it. This is really not going to go out well for me. Right, she mastered Earth Shrine. I want death skills. If they're avoiding death, it's just they're weak to death. Need a heal point. Alright, I remember these. And this is the demonstration one that you can't avoid. Okay, that's a little bonus that I'd completely forgotten about. At least we lost the mute. So yeah, this place is full of traps. Alright. Toxic gas and a maze, specifically so that you're probably going to choke to death before you find your way out. It sounds ridiculous, but you know, it's not as bad as the geckos from Metal Gear Solid 4. Thank God this isn't standard Shin Megami Tensei, because that, in standard SMT, would have been game over. Hell, we had it happen in Persona 3, the main character died and that was game over. Okay, let's go. Anything over here? No. Okay. It's worth getting it on the map. Right, that's what the toxic gas does. messes with your senses every now and then and turns you in a different direction. Which could be a problem if it wasn't for the map. Getting boo through that. And then see what Kitty Cat's weak to. Not fire. That ability that I always hate, it ain't ice either. I always hate charm. Alright. All with terror. And then another attack. Should have done it the opposite way around there, buddy, because you ain't getting the chance to attack again. Okay. This poison. How did a member of the Maribel get in here? Yep. Red-eyed statues are specifically the traps. Another one. Left is right, but right is left. Okay. Not particularly helpful, but we'll see. Num nums. And num num. Okay, I need to use 2 D6 before we end this fight. And he's asleep. Wonderful. God damn it. Throw down a terror. The quality of life feature that is on a bunch of the later games is if reinforcements arrive while you are on auto is taken off, so you don't immediately just go into attacking them again. Because like using auto there was fine, because there was one enemy and it was ready to die. Then more appeared and auto wasn't a good idea anymore. Use that to transform. Don't. God damn it. Well, thanks for telling me what you're weak to. Guess I should count myself lucky that he didn't actually attack us. There it is. Okay, door. Another door. Again, this could be a problem if the map wasn't just there. Right, this has to be an alternate place to fall down. Boy, I'd love some kind of void charm. And now Argilla's got to put up with this shit. Okay. Great, charm ended, and one just made him go crazy. But he didn't even attack him, so that was worthless. You just wasted MP. Wonderful. God damn it. My single most hated status effect in any RPG. Why has it lasted 3 turns? Yeah. Okay. How about that damn shield? That's a dim idea. Thankfully, he didn't waste it. Chakra drop. Then another Zeo. But you know what? Devour would be the better idea. We'll do more damage. Wonderful. This can be one of the problems with any Shin Megami Tensei game. Every now and then you'll come across enemies with bullshit attacks that will essentially just draw what should be a 20-second battle into 10 minutes. And now Heat's dead. Oh, you'll love Shin Megami Tensei then, Ninja. Oh, now Heat's dead again. What's that, Ninja? Fuck's sake. Well, now Surf's finally dead. Maybe now he'll stop attacking the party. Argilla's gonna die this turn. Yep, there it is. Fuck this game sometimes. Fucking piece of shit Marin carry.
Rend.
One second, Ninja. I want to check something. Something that's going to make this worse. Agila had fucking Patra. Patra cures charm. And I completely forgot about it. And items. Panacea. Cures charm. I suppose the issue with moving to anything else is right now the only thing that's really set up for streaming is the PS2. Maybe we should switch Digital Devil Saga to occasionally. Anything that's not PS2, yeah. Let me check my list. Let's see, we're gonna scrub off Nocturne for the minute. I'm gonna put Digital Devil Saga down as occasionally. Can play PS1 games on PS2, but to save them I need to have PS1 memory card. And the PS1 memory cards I've got haven't been used in years. I have no idea if they even still work. Yeah, I don't use them because I play PS1 on the PS3. Most specifically, to avoid dealing with memory card issues. Every now and then I think, boy, I'd love to have a PSIO. Get myself an original PlayStation again. Get the whole thing set up and play on original PlayStation. And just play games from memory card on PlayStation from SD card. And the main thing that really keeps me from doing that is the memory cards. I think we're done here, though. Let me see about switching up, actually. My thought would be the battery. Well, basically anything that holds an external save like that is battery powered. That's how cartridges saved. They had battery backup.